I don't know if you guys been getting clues from me from my lives or from my stories when I put some certain music or from my own followings. When it comes for today's events and stuff, I don't know if it's true. I don't think it's true. I don't care to find out because I've been single for a minute now, but I have been afraid to not afraid, I just don't know how to tell the world. But I feel like today has been like a sign. The last time I got on live, I kind of wanted you guys to tell you. I kind of wanted to tell you guys, but I didn't know how to tell. I don't know if you guys been getting clues from me from.
Okay.
Oh my God, bro. Fuck.
Okay. I'm sorry, but this kind of made me happy. I'm a hater. I'm sorry. I've been low key rooting on Cardi B's downfall when it comes to her love life after her breakup with Offset.
Would you date her?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm broke. Why would I not date a rich bitch?
If you were rich, would you date her?
No.
Damn.
Oh.
Why the? Huh? Why would I want to date Cardi B?
I don't know.
She's Cardi B.
If I'm
Cardi
rich
B.
and I could get a multiple amount, if I could even choose from any, think about it. I'm rich. I don't care about her riches. That cancels out. So that means that I need to actually like her for her, right? Why am I going to choose?
What if you meet Cardi B and you like her?
Facts.
Okay, but I don't know her. But from what I see, is not somebody who I would want to be with. I don't like somebody with that much plastic surgery, to be honest. And
fair.
And secondly, her mentality. I don't like that whole grown woman hood bitch mentality.
Fair.
For a woman that I want to be with. Don't really like that.
You don't think you could do a New York girl, huh?
Not one that's too aggressive, no.
You know, I'm curious. It's kind of on the line of the whole Ja Rule thing. I'm curious what she's going to be like when she starts to hit her 60s. Is she still going to be
funny as fuck? She's funny as fuck. She's going to be a funny ass old lady, and she's going to be looking younger or maybe look a little Kimish. Who knows? She could go either way depending on how much plastic surgery she chooses to get. But I am basking in joy because of Cardi B and Stefon Diggs's downfall of their relationship. Because I had a argument with these Facebook bitches.
Here we go.
Because they thought that it was just fine that 2 months or less after breaking up with Offset that she was pregnant by another man. They thought that, oh my gosh, she's happy. Let's just be happy that she's happy. And let's not take in that is a horrible idea.
Yeah, we gotta really put an end to the rest of this whole I'm a girl's girl type shit.
Yeah,
because bro, especially because I feel like it also ties in with the I'm just a girl. It's like, nah, y'all bitches are just not taking no responsibility for what you're supposed to be doing as a grown ass adult, making the right decisions. You can't just be a girl's girl, and then when a girl does something wrong because it's in her best interest for her feelings, that you're just going to side with her.
Oh, bars.
Yeah, and you're just going to side with her because her feelings trump all. Anything moral outside of that doesn't even fucking matter.
Facts. Anything logical. Bro, you got pregnant. You're still married to a next man, and then you break up, and in less than 6 months, you're getting pregnant by a next man, having the baby and all this type of shit. Super messy ass relationship. And the nigga that you chose was worse than the nigga that you left. You chose a nigga that's worse than the nigga that you left, and it wasn't even a secret. It's not even like niggas tricked you wow, I didn't know he was that bad. No. Everybody was saying yo, this nigga's worse than Offset. This nigga, she left a dog for a bigger dog.
Yeah.
Maybe she just likes dogs.
The man had multiple women pregnant while he got her pregnant.
Yeah, I saw that.
So how much more signs do you need to not get bro? Maybe she's pro-life and she's hella fertile. They say that the Latin chicks are hella fertile. They just be popping out babies.
I heard that. I heard that stereotype.
So she's hella fertile. She's probably pro-life because she don't be fetus deleting it. But she needs to exercise.
That's a crazy.
When the fuck did you hear that?
Huh?
Fetus.
Fam, fetus deletus. We need the one fetus deletus, fam. Get that shit out of here, fam.
Yo.
Bro, that sounds like a fucking Harry Potter.
Fam, bro, you need to get that shit out of here.
That's oh my god.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to fuck with a shorty that's pro-choice. Personally, it's I'm not go get mad abortions and shit like that. But if I at a certain point in my life, I need to know that you're
gonna keep it when I
If we both ain't on, we both have to be on the same page. Yeah. And if something does happen outside of us being on the same page, we have to be at least open to the idea of something else. Feed us, delete us.
Are you part of the camp where like I can imagine you probably feel like it's both it's the responsibility of the both parties, but there's always an argument about whose fault it is when a woman gets pregnant. Some women blame the man for not, wrapping it up.
It's both.
But the man blames the women for allowing a man who didn't wrap it up to nut inside them.
I know, because here's how it goes, right? So as a man, you have all of the willpower to put on a box of condoms costs $11. Okay, $11.
It's cheaper than $11 for a little pack.
I'm talking about like a full pack, like a 10-piece. So anyways, and then you get there, and then as a woman, you have the full free will to say, hey, do you have a condom? Can you put one on? Right? And then there's still another step after that where you can be like, hey, you probably shouldn't nut in me. I would appreciate it if you didn't, if you're not going to use a condom. Or you can just not have sex because they don't have a condom.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's lots of multiple steps that it takes to get to a baby. And both sides equally are responsible for whether it happens or not.
Okay.
Up until a certain point.
I have something controversial.
Okay.
Come on now.
I do think that it's more on the women.
Interesting.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to agree.
Well, I think that it is more on the women to be more cautious. We should be cautious as men. We should 100% because we should care. We do care. Us as men, we do care because if we got a woman pregnant, we'd want to accept the responsibility of whatever happened with that, whether they chose to keep it or not. Because we're real men, right? We take responsibility. That's what we would do. But there are some shit bags out here, some pieces of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Rashawn said, "Bitch, I'm a dog." Roof.
Yo, there's some, man. Rashawn's a good dad. Rashawn's a great dad.
He's a good man.
So it's like, we have to take responsibility, and some people don't want to take responsibility. But as a woman, you are the one who has to go through pregnancy. You are the one that if a man decides to run out and go ghost, you're usually the one left having to pick up the pieces and raise that child. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like you should be a little bit more cautious because
with who you choose.
And I know that I'm not absolving the men of responsibility, but I do feel like you have to be aware of the possible chances that it could just be you. You know what I'm saying? And it is easier for a man to run off on a baby than it is for a woman.
Yeah, and I do find that it could have to do with instant gratification. Although obviously we know that women do have, in terms of just like who they choose to have sex with, let alone unprotected sex with.
Okay.
Because you do, again, that's where I'm kind of going back to like where kind of actually adding to your point of it is a lot on the woman because you have the free will of who goes inside your vagina or not.
Yes.
You know,
and it's consensual.
Yeah. And at the same time, obviously, you're not expecting like, oh shit, this guy's going to put a kid in me, but it's like, you're having sex.
There's a chance every time you fuck.
It's kind of.
Most people don't even talk about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Most people don't even talk about it. And I feel for me, I'm actually kind of responsible where if I'm having sex with you, I usually. Okay, sometimes if it just happens, usually afterwards we're gonna have the talk. But I just don't not have to talk. You know what I'm saying? But I'd like to bring up something that people don't mention as much when we're learning about sexual education and people getting pregnant or not. Condoms suck.
Yeah.
Condoms, bro. You remember your first time fucking with a condom versus without a condom? You remember your first time hitting raw? Did you lose your virginity with a condom?
No.
No, I didn't either.
I tried it for the plot, and I was like,
fam. once you tried the condom, you're just like, what the fuck? It's like a bag on your dick. Like, what the fuck is this? A layer of separation? You can't feel shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm really trying to remember the first time I used a rubber.
Fam, but how much do you have experience with a woman who doesn't want you to use a condom?
There's been a few women that like,
fam, it doesn't feel as good for them either.
Facts. There was this one girl that I was doing the do with like often.
That you were fucking?
Yeah, we were fucking. And there was this one time I'm like, yo, let me just try and put a condom on because
just for the plot.
Just for the plot. And literally on insertion, she's like,
I'm like, oh, you dirty bitch.
And literally, I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. I had a girl tell me, because like with her last man, they were always using condoms, right? But with me, we weren't using condoms. So when I tried it on with her, she was like, yeah, I think you've taught me how to not like condoms.
Fam, I'm telling you, there's a stark difference. And like, I feel like people don't talk about that, you know what I'm saying? And like birth control for women,
real.
it could be harmful. It could be hard with the hormones and shit. And apparently, you know what's funny? I seen somebody making a status and like they were basically complaining about how why men can't use birth control, blah blah blah, and they're saying it's just because of like sexism. And I'm just like, nah, there has to be some sort of scientific reason why why it won't work for us and it's easier for them. I searched it up, Chat2Much, they're basically just like, nope, it's kind of sexism still.
Wow.
We don't want to experience the same side effects that they have to experience.
Damn.
But I have heard though that women do use birth control to regulate their period.
Yeah,
but I think that's just an irrelevant side thing. Like, you know, I feel like when it comes to prevention of kids, would you guys use male birth control if it'll make you irritable, make your stomach hurt and shit?
No, not at all.
When the pull-out method exists, you know what I'm saying?
But pre-nut also exists.
I'm not gonna lie, I would use
Facts.
it.
You would use it even if there's side effects.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't stop me from the possibility of being able to have kids. That's the only thing that would kind of fuck me up.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think I'd have to be getting constant coochie for me to consider it. If I wasn't getting coochie and I was just like, just in case, like, fuck no.
Nah, it's like, but even like some girls, it's like they don't use it, but then when they have
I wonder
a
what
fuck
the
buddy,
science would be behind it though. It's just like your sperm is just not like they just don't swim. Like you just have a bunch of dead sperm in your balls.
Ooh, yeah, your body can't.
Or is it just like it like. Yeah, like what does it just not?
I think that's what it would be.
I don't know the science behind
There's just
this.
no ejaculation because it's like what? Like
there has to be ejaculation. Or there's no point in fucking.
It'd literally just be dead sperms. Like
just be dead sperm.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like so. Like what is that? Like does
we get a vasectomy, but I'm not getting a fucking surgery for fucking, bro.
That's what I mean. You know. But there are mans out there, you know, some that have 4 kids and they're just like, I love fucking my wife and I love fucking her raw, but having a 5th kid, I don't know about all
If
that.
if I had 4 kids, I would consider getting a vasectomy. Yeah, especially if I'm in my older age and I'm married and shit like that, and I know that I don't want any more kids. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
enough,
Right?
fair enough.
But like at the same time, I don't know.
It's the nigga in you, bro.
It's the nigga in me. You know, sometimes it's nice to just, you know, put a little painting on your girl's butt, you know?
You can still come.
It's just
nothing comes out when you get your shit snipped.
Say swear to God.
I'm pretty sure. Isn't that we'll have to? If you've ever had your balls snipped,
Fam, if you can't come, what's the fucking point, bro? If I'm not able to ejaculate, I'm not getting no fucking vasectomy. Fuck
that's what I'm
shit.
saying.
Tire tubes.
I don't know. Yeah, yeah. If you've had your shit snipped, let us know in the comments.
bro, tire tubes. Fuck that shit.
Let us know if ejaculation happens or if it's just the empty blanks.
Like, would she even like it? What if she has like a nut fetish? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
you
she
know?
just loves niggas nut.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because
you never met a girl like that?
Yeah,
No.
that's crazy.
He ain't fucking enough white girls.
He not fucking enough white girls. Girls be asking you to nut on their face. Yeah, be getting in their hair.
Wow.
I'm a shooter, sniper. Pow.
Bow.
Someone's gonna
TMI.
marry that, eh?
Huh?
Someone's gonna marry that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fam.
Well, I don't just paint faces. Just fucking.
Wait. You know, so you're one of those ones who care about the freaky shit your wife did with other niggas in the past.
Nigga, you said that you wouldn't wife a shorty who's gotten a train ran on her. I think
that's just too much for me. But getting came in their face, that's too much for
she
you.
loves that.
Okay, but if she has a fetish, what makes you think that you're the only one who got to reap the benefits of that fetish?
Yeah, she could just have a fetish of getting a train ran on her.
Okay, that's a whole a train fetish is crazy. But you can have a fetish and have only been in 2 serious relationships and only fuck those 2 people, and you got your fetishes out with those 2 people, bro.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you were just some whore who just let any random nigga just come on their face.
Nut on your face. What do they call that? The fucking bukkake?
Bukkake. Like, you know, like that's like if you said you got a bukkake, that's different.
That's way different.
But if you just say that you just have a fetish for, like, you know, you like getting came on.
From
you know,
the sounds of it, it doesn't sound like the white girls that you're talking about meet those fucking standards.
Fam, I'm just not that judgmental. It's just like I would wife a girl. There's certain things that, like, okay, that's too much for me. But overall, like, I try not to take a girl's past too much into consideration when it comes to me actually liking her as a person and what she has to contribute today.
So first date, first fuck, she's like, paint my face with that shit.
I would fall in love with her.
Okay.
I would fall in love with her.
Okay.
If it was the first,
Fucked on the first date,
yeah, that's fine.
and she wants you to, you know what I mean?
Come on her face, yeah, that's fine.
That's a wife.
Type
Yeah.
shit.
Hey, okay.
Type shit.
Fam,
'Cause
I'm
you
a
know it
hoe.
all just comes
I'm
down
a
to
hoe.
how she
She's
treats-
a hoe. We met on some hoe shit. You know what I'm saying?
Big man thing, yo.
At the end of the day, I feel like we overthink too much things when it's just like, yo, what if we like each other? Because just the problem is like you could be a freak hoe and you could be a disloyal hoe. We don't want the disloyal hoes because then you're gonna cheat on me. But if you're a loyal hoe but you're mad freaky but just with me, come on over here. This is this is the place for you. Come on home, baby.
Yeah, I guess it's up to you as a man to be able to discern the difference.
You just want a fucking church girl who with a fat ass. You want that. He just wants a girl from the church. You know those moms. Those moms, the moms that go to church, they wear the dresses. They have a fat body.
So I think for me, it's like if you're freaky, I think that you should have at least a little bit of like, nah, let's go deeper before I start to show you how freaky I can be. Versus like, hey, yeah, any nigga that just fucks, I'm like, yeah, I'm on that timing. You know what I mean?
It depends. I'm a freak, so if you match my freak, we're cool. If you're freakier than me, that might turn me on. I don't know, but like I said, it just matters. Like, yo, if you just like do this with everyone all the time, because
That's my point.
No, I know, but that doesn't mean just because she did that with you. Sometimes the connection is just so strong that it's just like fuck it, like you know why not? Like, but I don't feel like everybody's game is as sick as mine to just get the average to just get her to just like you know to just put out like that. But if she's that type of hoe, then that's not something I would like. You know what I'm saying?
So would your
But I believe I could bring that out of
would
her.
your thoughts about her change, like if you got to know, again, he was not originally your homeboy when you met her, right? Because like if he was your homeboy when you met her, you probably wouldn't date her, blah 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 blah. But if you met someone and he was like, oh shit, you're dating her, like damn, like, and then just tells you some shit about her, you're like, does that change?
Okay, but it depends on what's being told, because it's like, bro, if you're just telling me about the shit that you and her did, like
You're a
one
weirdo.
man.
You're a
Also,
weirdo.
yeah, one, you're a weirdo.
Why are you dirty macking on the bitch?
Yeah,
First
Big
of all,
facts.
why are you telling me this? If you hooked up with my girl in the past and then you're here to talk shit about my girl to call her a hoe to my face, we might have to fight. Because who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah.
Big facts.
Like, you know, why are you talking shit about my girl? But bro, that's my hoe now, nigga.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
It's my hoe now.
Yeah.
It's my pussy.
I'm getting all this shit.
I
that
care
you,
way more about the loyalty aspect than the fact that she's a freak. I would hope that she wasn't a freak with everybody, but suppose she did have
But that's
a
what I'm
hoe
saying. He
face.
tells you that. You know what I mean? Like she came from like a different city or some shit like that, and he was like, "Damn, like."
So why are you fucking bursting my bubble, bro? I was happy. Ignorance is bliss, and now you fucked the shit up. Now we start
you know what that kind of brings it to? It's like, so you're just discriminate against certain people getting loved.
Real
Like,
shit.
you know, it's just like, bro, girl's just out here trying to settle down. You know, she wants her
wait.
husband. She wants to have her. You know, and you're trying to bring it back to. Oh, I remember in fucking 5th year when she fucking.
I guess. Okay, I guess the real question though would just be like,
I would wonder if she was lying to me about her past. Because we would have a conversation, and if she was mad honest about it, and I'm just like, I would respect it.
Yeah.
You know, but if like she completely lied and then I found out all this shit later, I would have to find some way to confirm that this nigga is not a hating ass, lying ass, jealous ass nigga.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't even like the idea of somebody trying to convince me of my girl's past. Whether she's already my girl, it's kind of too late, but I already like her. So
I guess my question is like, you both haven't been in Hamilton, haven't been active in Hamilton. You know some whores, some Hamilton whores.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know you've told me about like some people who have some crazy, you know what I mean? So you find out, you know, she's getting with the man. Long story short, he actually becomes your friend. Would you let him know that, you know, in Hamilton, she was getting down?
Okay, so I'm gonna put it in this. I'm gonna.
if
put
that's
it,
already his girl, nope, I'm not talking about his girl.
I'm
This
gonna
is shorty.
Hold on. Rashawn said something stupid. Y'all ever have a girl suck the big toe on some freak shit?
Whoa. I'm not gonna lie, I've never had a girl suck my toes, and I don't want her to.
I've had girls like say that, like, oh, like I would da-da-da-da-da, and I'm just like,
I've gotten a foot job. I think it was kind of hot.
You got a foot job?
Okay.
I didn't come to it. They didn't make me come, but like, you know, they didn't want to with their feet.
Bro,
That is tough.
I saw
It
a
was
post
kinda
on
hot, so I'm not
Instagram
gonna lie.
of
I might have to try that.
I saw a post on Instagram of a guy was getting asked. He was like, "So, like, which one's better, head or pussy? Like, have you had like which? Yeah, basically, have you had an experience of better?
What's
head or
better to
pussy?
you, head or pussy?
Pussy for sure.
I woit say coochie, but man, I've had some.
Yeah. So his response is like, he's like, fam, I'm not gonna lie, I've had a hand job that beat both of those two.
Only one who can give me a hand job that can beat both those two is myself.
Oh,
nobody's hand's better than mine. I'll tell you that.
Damn.
No homo.
I was like, bro, that's crazy.
What were we talking about before this?
Yeah,
Sucking the toes.
No, before that.
Fuck the fucking toes, nigga.
This guy, I asked you guys know some Hamilton.
Right. So yeah, no, because if we're talking about a shorty that's been around town, and
you know
you're
some, just imagine them in your head right now. Think about them in your head right now.
That's what I'm saying is like, if you're from town and you don't know that she's been around town,
but he's not from town.
Fam, if you're already dating her, that is your girl.
Yeah,
why am I going to? If you're dating her officially, if it's a girl that you just hooked up with and you're fucking and getting to know, I'm gonna let you in on the scoop. If I'm befriending you within the process. But if I met you and that is your girl, you guys are officially together, I have no business saying anything besides like, oh yeah, she's a homegirl, she's cool. I'm not gonna say anything about her past. Yeah, that's nothing to do with me.
I ain't no snitch.
Okay.
I ain't no snitch.
But it's not even about being snitched. That's just disrespectful.
But yeah, if it's a
so
girl,
you wouldn't see it as like looking out for him?
No. But looking out for what? Did she have a cheating past where she just cheated on everyone she was with or some shit?
That would be different.
If she was a freak, maybe he's an even more freak, and that's why they're together. We don't know what goes on behind these niggas' closed doors. Yeah. Like, we're gonna judge a girl for being a freak, knowing that she has to be a freak for somebody.
I mean, but see, okay, I'm talking about shorties that like. Again, you would never date them just because you know
just
what's going on.
Just because I would never date them has nothing to do with the other man.
We don't discriminate. We don't discriminate against people who deserve love. Okay. Everybody deserves love.
Happy Valentine's Day, folks.
Happy Valentine's Day. Unless you're a fucking piece of shit who cheats on people, that's when I would be like, oh, like, listen, bro, like, yeah, like my last, like, you know,
if she was a serial cheater and I heard about that and he really had no clue and he became my friend, I would tell him that.
Yeah, for sure.
A serial cheater. But anything else just about her being a hoe, then I don't really care.
Yeah, like if homeboy hooked up with her once and then he told me about it, I'd be like, yeah, keep doing that shit, bro. You know, I'm like, yeah, just keep doing that shit.
We don't know how much we don't really talk about our male friends' private escapades. Like, niggas could be a whole cuck and be your homeboy, and you don't even know. We don't know what the fuck you're into. We don't know what the fuck. Like, we talk a big game, but we really don't know what the fuck each other is into in the bedroom for real.
That's true.
There's some shit that niggas just probably won't say because it's just true. Like, you know, it's embarrassing or it's gross. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Well, I mean, I feel like there's been enough talk of that. Like, I'm pretty vanilla compared to the shit.
Yeah, you're fucking vanilla as fuck.
That's okay.
I'm fucking gross.
Yeah,
I'm fucking gross. But shout out to Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. She's irresponsible as fuck and she's reaping what she sows. I hope she does one day find somebody. But I also think that with Cardi B, women of her status, they put their value in their status and their money because they have higher status and more money than the average woman, and they then think that they're a catch because of it. But I do feel like they're not as much of a catch as they think.
Right.
You know, because you're not a catch to the niggas who you want. The niggas who hold value in their world and stuff like that. How much value do you have with the image of Cardi B, knowing how sexual that is? Her stripper past, her roofing men past, plus her having 2 baby fathers now and multiple kids and still being married. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that really a catch to somebody of high status?
I mean, the pushback that I always see from girls like that is just like, well, you're obviously not the target demographic. So like you have.
I'm not.
No, say.
I'm not. But then I could.
That's what they always say.
But then we could see the Stefon Diggs type of situations play out.
Yeah.
We're the ones who could predict those type of things because we know men. You know what I'm saying? She can find many men, but the men of the status, the way that she'd probably want, she could probably find a broke nigga who's gonna reap all the benefits of dating Cardi B and will treat her the way she wants. But how often do you see women date down? She dating Stefon Diggs, part of her flex on Offset is that he's rich as fuck as a football player. You know what I'm saying? Offset's rich, but he's a different kind of rich.
You know
what? I always wonder if like women in her like of her caliber around in their circle, I wonder if they ever like get passed around, but niggas just don't know.
Bro, in Hollywood, they all be fucking.
Yeah, I think I personally think just the entirety of celebrities
they fuck each other like crazy.
Fuck.
Damn.
Yeah. I think that they're into because they have so much money and freedom, and they're probably so stressed out because of their like lifestyle and their fame and shit like that.
Yeah.
They're probably into some different kind of freak shit because they have like look at what P Diddy was doing. Niggas are into some different type of freak shit because they have the access. I know broke niggas who go to sex clubs. You know what I'm saying? Like normal people who just go to random sex clubs where you see naked fat bitches walking around with porn on the screens and shit like that. I heard the stories, but at the same time, like, imagine these niggas if they were rich, they'd be like orgy Thursdays. You know what I'm saying? They'd be doing shit like that. Yeah. They'd be like if I was rich, Lord knows, bro.
Yeah, facts.
I'd be on some different shit, bro.
Super different shit.
You know what I'm saying? And then you get bored of the different shit and get on some different shit. You know?
I mean, you got to figure out where to cross the line, though.
Yeah. I'd have to ease into it. I feel like what niggas do is they probably just like they get a bunch of money. They're like, all right, I'm trying everything.
I think I'd snap for a year. I'd snap for a year and then find a wife, and then hopefully she's into threesomes.
A lie. Yo, I do think about that, bro. I do think about that because I'm like, am I gonna have to find a shorty that also likes shorties? Because like, kind of want to go to the strip club and shit, and like, I don't want to just be like, and then she's just like, huh.
I would prefer a girl who's into threesomes.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then she can pick out the shorty.
She could choose a shorty. And like, I try to explain to women, like I've had a threesome before, and I've like, when I explain to the woman who is my partner within the threesome, is like, you can't look at her as competition, the other woman. She is a toy for us. She is just an accessory for us. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. That's a crazy statement.
We're using her body to masturbate.
If you want to put it like that, but it's just like, we're not using, it's not like, you can't say it like, I just want to fuck another girl, because that's not really it. Because like, you value your partner, you want to be with your partner, and you're fine even if you don't get the threesome. But it is a very, very sexual fantasy.
There has to be something in it for your girl too.
Yeah. So if she's not into females at all, I wouldn't even really want to do that. But if she genuinely would get enjoyment of being pleasured by two different people, you know what I'm saying?
Putting her face in some coochie and ting.
Yeah. As long as it's not two niggas, we're not doing that. I'm sorry. It's a double standard. I'm sorry.
I saw a clip about a nigga was talking about how his first threesome, and it was a train, and then they were like, pause. That was not a threesome. He was talking.
Oh, the fat white dude?
Yeah.
Yo.
And then the story just got worse.
It's fucked. Basically, all I'm going to put, because we got to move on to the next topic. Basically, all I'm going to say is the man put his face somewhere where he shouldn't have put his face. That's the best I'm going to do. But like, it was.
Okay, so Gorilla.
You chat too much. Chat too much. Chat too much. Chat too much.